Hello, my name is Jackie Kirkup. Welcome to Spotlight on Souris. Today is Wednesday, January the 8th of 2025. I have with me here Elizabeth Cancade of Living Simply Kitchen. Such a pleasure to have you here to talk about your business.
Yes, thank you.
I was just about to also say, many of you may know Elizabeth as Buffy, whom she likes to be called, or at least that's what I call you.
Yeah.
You have this great new business that you're operating, and it's got so many wonderful things about it. The meal prep service, the reusable glassware. Can you just tell us a little bit about how you came up with this idea?
Yeah, well, Souris people would know us as opening the Woodfire Deli 10 years ago
Oh
now.
my goodness
That
gracious.
was a lifetime ago. We had a great time running that business, and we also operated the dairy bar.
Yes.
After I had children, I was studying culinary nutrition, which is the culinary skills you need to eat more healthier, however you'd like to be eating. And I was coaching some people on their food habits and thought there are people who are truly not in the stage where they have time to cook.
Right.
And if only I could cook for them and sort of stock their fridge, because I cooked for restaurants. I already cook for way more than our household. And I started doing that a little bit. I asked a few people, like, would this be something that you would find helpful? And certainly there was a lot of good uptake among my, friends and community, which was awesome because I really feel like it's cooking for my friends. I think about what to make and anyway, stock the fridge. And so we ended up with the reusable glassware program because it was small scale, and I thought, I think I can manage not using disposable at this stage. And it became part of our philosophy and mission. And so it's really grown from there. It's more of a formal glassware program now. And so the idea is that we do weekly meal prep, and it is a glassware exchange. So all of the meals go out in reusable glassware, and it's returned clean, and we send out the next week's meals.
Yeah, I think it's amazing that you are doing that. And it makes me really think about what I'm doing for the environment and what I can do more of, and seeing, the glassware, just eliminating so much going to the garbage.
Yeah, it's true. So much waste. So now we've been operating almost 3 years in March, and that would have been a lot of waste in the landfill. We know that from our restaurant experience, during COVID especially, everything was takeout. And so at the dairy bar, which is a seasonal restaurant, we'd pack up food to go, and it might just get eaten in the car and put in the garbage. And it's no fault of the customer. That's the system.
That's right.
And you just think, oh my gosh, like that's single-use packaging, which of course is necessary. But we had an opportunity because of how our meal service works to
make a big change.
Big change. So it's cool. And glassware takes about 20 uses before it sort of pays off its environmental debt.
Okay.
So 3 years in operation is 150 weeks.
Wow.
So we've definitely, we add to it all the time, but we're using it past its environmental cost, which is really that critical point.
Do you find that the food would be, it'll be staying fresher?
It's a great point. Yes. It stays fresher. It can stay in the fridge for quite a few days before you're heating it up. And you can heat it up in the glass that it's in often.
Yeah, great.
So that's nice too. You don't have to transfer it to a dish.
Right.
I
know I have used your service, and what I've been enjoying about it is the lovely, the salad bowls. They're awesome because I can just throw those in my lunch kit and tootle off to work and not have to even think about
it makes it extra grab and go, right?
Exactly. And so that is one thing that I enjoy, but I also love that the glassware and that initiative that you are putting out there for saving, helping this environment. It's so important. And I feel, and maybe this is just my personal take, is that I feel like for some time I didn't really know enough or didn't really maybe care. But now seeing things and just starting to see how things have been changing, that it becomes so much more important.
Yeah, more important and more possible to find options, hopefully. Yeah, and it's also a credit to our customers who are willing to do their part. It's a two-way street. They return it clean, and take care of it pretty well. So that's part of the program as well. It's an exchange.
Right.
We're all in it. But I think for our customers, and yourself included, they like to be part of it.
Yes.
So they're willing to participate in something that's a little bit different from what was conventional.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a great, just a great idea.
Yeah, I'm
I
happy
think
with
about that sometimes, say I'm getting, like say drive-through, for instance, and getting, extra napkins or extra condiments or things that I'm not even actually going to use that I am throwing out.
Yeah, and you start to notice it,
You
right?
do.
Yeah.
Paying extra attention to those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's changing.
So can you tell us just a little bit about how the meal prep program works?
Yes.
Like how do you get a menu out to people, and how could I order from you?
Yeah. We have an email list of people who are interested in being a customer. It's a pretty regular group, so most of our clients want to order most weeks, and that also helps the glassware exchange. It's not the same as takeout. You can't do it once and never come back. So
gotta take those dishes back.
We do keep it kind of limited to people who know it's an ongoing program.
Right.
It's not like you can't skip a week or stop for a while. It's just a bit more of a, commitment.
Right.
But it's a weekly basis. So every week, this is the fun part for me, I sit down and create a menu of meals that I am interested in for that week. So it's very seasonal. We try to use local food when we can. And I think about what would be nourishing for that time of year, or for what people might be going through that week, if it's a holiday week or a spring break. And because we know our clients very well, we know their unique needs. So I sit down, design a menu, and we have, entrees like suppers, power bowls for lunch, big jars of soup, homemade soup, big salad with salad dressing, breakfast options, snacks. It's quite extensive.
It is.
Menu.
You have quite a menu.
Yeah,
it's very impressive.
It's fun, and it's all whole foods based. We make it from scratch, and we are able to take into account some of the dietary needs.
Right.
Gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, vegetarian. We either have options, or the menu just is mainly gluten-free. So it's pretty easy to accommodate people who have dietary needs.
Right, yeah. I like when you commented about sourcing locally. I, often you'll be following you on Facebook, and you maybe have gone to the community gardens and, have picked tomatoes, and then knowing that is going to be in a dish, later that week, or, having, people that, produce eggs or chickens, and the part about it just being local and helping other businesses is huge.
It's huge. It's one of my favorite things, is thinking about how your investment travels through us to those producers, farmers, other families, because it's easy for me to kind of buy in a bit of bulk. If you guys support us, then we can support them. If all of our customers went one-on-one to these farmers, we just don't do that so much, right? But being able to set up relationships through this business, your investment goes to them, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, the payoff for so many.
So we're working together to strengthen the food network. And that.
Just a little bit about the emissions of the transporting of the food,
Yes.
right? Yeah, that is really, again, something that would not even have crossed my mind until, using your service and learning a bit more about it. Yeah,
Thank you.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
So much fun. I like getting my menu on a Friday and get ready to tick off my boxes and get
and
my
so
order
I should
in.
finish
Go ahead.
how it works. Actually, I stopped at my favorite part, which is writing the menu, which isn't my only favorite part. We send out the menu to the email list on Fridays. People order throughout the weekend until Sunday night. And then on Monday morning, Steve and I get in the kitchen and we start preparing food. We bring in all the food Monday morning and we cook like crazy for 2 days. And then all the meals are ready on Tuesday evening and Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we just repeat.
Just repeat. I know this is special to Cirrus that there is delivery, which is also special to me, because I do wait for you to come to my door on Tuesday with my supper.
Are you coming?
Yeah. And that is pretty amazing too, to have it dropped off and do the dish exchange, and it makes it pretty simple.
And Cirrus has been so supportive of us since the beginning with the Wood Fire Deli, so it's nice for us to have continued relationships with customers from other restaurants that now we can drop off food to.
Yes.
Like, it's really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So a big part of the reason why we invited you to speak to us tonight is that you were a recipient of an award in November from the City of Brandon and the Chamber of Commerce. And you had won a Brandon's Green Business Award. So that was very exciting and just a real feather in your cap of what you're doing. But can you tell us a little bit about that award?
Yeah, we were able to submit an application for it. And they were just really taken by the glassware program.
Wow.
They thought that was unique in the city and inspiring maybe to other businesses to look at alternatives to what's conventional. And so we won that award, which is awesome.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we had coffee with the Brandon mayor and a whole delegation of people from the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you found, having won this award and getting some publicity, have there been maybe other restaurants or other people like just maybe have reached out and just sort of looking for some advice maybe on how they might be able to, start something up?
Not really, but I welcome that because I love talking to other people in business and we can learn from each other.
Absolutely.
What to do.
Yeah.
And speaking of, one of the things about the glassware and reusable packaging, when I was thinking about starting the meal prep business, and I was at home with our kids, I reached out to some holistic chefs from a program I had taken from culinary nutrition, other graduates and, another friend's wife, and I asked if they would talk to me about what they did so I could learn how to set up. It could be that much further along, how to set up my business.
Right.
And they were really forthcoming. I spoke to someone in California, someone in Oregon, and someone in Ontario.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's how the world works now. And we spoke a lot about the work of meal prep, and each of them used reusable packaging. And I thought, that does seem like the only way. And I would encourage anyone going into business, we did this before the deli. We contacted businesses that we appreciated and we asked, would the owners talk to us?
Right.
And they did, and we learned a lot.
Yes.
And it can be nerve-wracking if you're starting out in business, but it really will get you 10 steps ahead.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Smart suggestion.
So if anyone wants to talk about reusable glassware or, green efforts in your business, I'd be happy to talk about it.
That's amazing. I was just also going to comment about the meal prep program and the menu that you send out and how, you list all the ingredients, but I also like how you will say, and this is really good for. Yeah. I can't think of an example. You'd be better to give an example.
Yeah, this is a digestive, this would be good after supper, or,
Yeah, I love that. That's what sort of gets me. It's like, oh, this could help.
Okay, yeah, this would start your day because it's got protein, fiber. And,
I find that really beneficial.
Yeah, I like doing that too, because that's my interest as well.
Right.
And we do try to add in some ingredients that are health promoting in every dish, if it's turmeric or something for digestion, we just try to think of that as well.
Right.
Especially,
that's
immune boosting juice, right? The immune juice.
Yeah, so many great things.
There's so many great things.
Yeah, that's amazing. If there is anybody that's maybe interested in asking you some more questions or wanting to learn more about the meal prep program and get, say, perhaps the deliveries, what's the best way that someone could get a hold of you?
Yeah, definitely. You can go to our website at livingsimplykitchen.com. or find me on Instagram at Living Simply Kitchen and just send me a message, and happy to talk about any of it and all of it.
Wow. Well, it's so lovely to have you living in our community and have this business and the relationships that you've made and the great, innovative, your glassware program and, it's making such a big difference to the environment. And I think it's really good. So congratulations on this.
And Souris has always been, award. I mean, Souris is a cool town and it's always been supportive of these things we're coming up with, and we love the community and and it gives back. There's so much going on in
Yes.
Souris.
Just prior to this interview, I had Karina Dornian on, and she was doing recreation programs.
Oh my gosh.
And so the whole month of January is jam-packed at this place. And so
Yeah.
I'm looking at her going, you know what? Nobody can say there's never anything that they can't do
You
here.
could do anything.
Yeah.
And I have small kids and they can do it all here. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, we're really lucky.
Yeah. Anything that you think we didn't cover or we maybe missed about in our conversation?
Well, I should just say, I don't do it alone. Steve Cancade helps me as well. Yes. And we've been in the restaurant business together for 10 years. And he's the absolute master of prep in the kitchen. I do not do it alone.
Yes. Well, that is a lot, and it takes two to get things done,
Yeah, it takes at least
right?
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he does the work of 2 to 3 people.
Yeah. And I'm sure your little ones will maybe start helping out, maybe some
we'll see.
in the future.
They're pretty good in the kitchen. Yeah.
Good.
Thank
Well, it's
you,
a pleasure
Jackie,
having
and
you
thanks for
here.
your kind words.
Oh, my pleasure. This has been Spotlight on Souris for Wednesday, January the 8th, 2025.